On today's episode, EJ just continued to be the world's biggest prick. Like, that man has no scruples at all. First, he is talking to the baby, knowing that it's Eric's, and about how he's gotten away with it since Salone's gone. Melinda's gonna be quiet, and he knows if he gives that baby back, that he's going to lose Nicole to Eric. So that's trifling enough. And then now he wants to get Paulina Price removed as mayor. But I'm a little more split on that decision because I kind of want her removed as mayor too. I had put that out as a poll months ago. A majority of people want her gone as mayor too. So, that's my question for y'all. Do y'all still want Paulina gone as mayor? Because I think EJ has a point about that. But Chanel walked up in there and she was checking EJ. She was not feeling him today. She was like, no, I'm not really happy with my mom either, but I don't want her removed as mayor. Like, and besides, the baby's fine right now. And EJ said, well, hopefully it stays that way, but if it don't, you have options. Then Chanel's like, what's that supposed to mean? And talk about, no, I'm having my baby. And EJ's like, oh, well, I'm very excited for this new addition to the Demira family, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, EJ, you're a prick. Okay, you should be happy regardless of whether your grandchild had disabilities or not. You should be happy for Chanel and Johnny. EJ, you prick. But no, EJ demands a perfect baby, otherwise he wants to get rid of it. Typical EJ. And then Eric came and hired EJ. So, because Eric wants a divorce from Salome, but EJ came up with a solid strategy. All he has to do is just call out Salome in the public for a few weeks. If Salome continues to not respond, they get a no default divorce. I'm like, EJ's like, oh, if anybody deserves a fresh chance, but then talk about, oh yeah, but you wait until I see my bill. I'm like, EJ, you are something else. Give that man his baby back and go move on with your life. You are 50-something. You are 60 years old. You are too old to be playing these immature, self-conscious games, okay? If Nicole don't want you for you, you go find you another woman. What's wrong with you, EJ? You're embarrassing, okay? I am about, what? 30 to 40 years younger than you, and I already know better. So I'm just saying, compared to what you're doing, EJ, get it together. Get it together. Seriously. But, I'm looking forward to that fight scene, though, when Eric finds out the truth, because I know Eric is no slouch. He got some hands. I've seen it firsthand. He was punching his idiot brother Brady around. So, Eric, he about that life. He gonna definitely bring it to EJ when the truth comes out. And I'm looking forward to that scene. That's gonna be an epic scene. But Paulina and Abe were talking about Paulina's nightmares. Of course, Abe wanted Paulina to go see Marlena, but Paulina's like, no, I know what's going on. I'm guilty. I couldn't take it if something happened to my grandbaby. I wouldn't know how to live with myself. I'm like, you know what, Paulina, you should feel guilty and learn next time that there were people out there that you could have sent to search for Chanel. So, just think better next time in that situation. This is why people don't like to go out in the cold sometimes. It's just suck. Lord have mercy. But especially when you have radiation, just relax, Paulina. Chanel's fine. But Johnny also saw Marlena. Marlena was a very popular woman today. First, she had her husband, John, on the phone. So I guess that actor really did go take a vacation. Because she wanted to make sure John calls her when he lands. So that was cool there. And then Johnny walked up in there and she's talking with Johnny about his job opportunity, because Johnny was telling her that he can get a job in LA, but he hasn't told Chanel yet because he knows Chanel's already going through a lot with this pregnancy and he don't want to add that to her. But then Marlena reminded him a closed mouth don't get fed. So how is Chanel supposed to make a decision if you don't tell her? How do you think Chanel's going to feel if you don't tell her about that job offer and she finds out later? She ain't gonna like that. So Johnny decided to tell her, and then they were also talking about Eric and the baby, but Johnny's just happy for his dad. So he's like, well, my uncle will get over it eventually, but if you only knew, that's your uncle's baby. If you only knew that. And you'll find that out soon enough. You sure will. You'll figure that out. And I'm sure you're going to forgive your little trifling daddy. Because why wouldn't you? Yo. And Leo had this doctor dude. I don't remember his name, but he was all that scene was so kind of stupid. Like, who walks up to a complete stranger that had a drink right in their hand when you're right next to a restaurant that has plenty of water? Like, this was just a clear, lazy soap opera interaction attempt. It would have made more sense if Leo would have gotten up and spilled the water on him. And then that dude said, oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Let me just take the rest of that. Oh, I just came from a run. But you're gonna walk up to a stranger instead of just going into the restaurant? It's not like the line was out the door at the restaurant. It just made no sense to me at all. They just wanted the idea of introducing Leo to a man that people might consider attractive. I don't consider him attractive, but I'm just saying people might. He don't do it for me. But Leo asked him out on a date and he told him he's not gay. And Leo's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, last time I checked, but yeah. And that's when Leo went to go see Marlena. He talked about why is he so unlovable? But Marlena's like, no, you're hilarious, and I think you're a good guy and whatever, deep down. And yeah. So Leo was on his therapy tour, self-discovery tour, I guess. And then that guy ended up being Chanel and Johnny's doctor today because Kayla's too busy nagging her husband to take care of her doctorly duties right now. But I hope this doctor's on the up and up, because we could use some young people on the show to survive, and he's most certainly younger than a lot of other people on the soap. And Eric is moving back with his daddy. Surprise, surprise there. But it made sense that he would move back there. He can't afford that type of rent out there. They want to talk about, oh yeah, you need a fresh start. No, he needs a place where he could afford, because he can't afford that rent over there. Salem was paying all that rent. Eric was a bum. He's a bum then, he's a bum now. So he can't afford none of that. But yeah, I believe that was pretty much everything in today's episode. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in my live stream soon. Peace.